They called him crazy. They laughed when his rockets exploded, when his dreams burned in front of the world. Everyone said, "He's finished." But Elon Musk didn't stop to listen, because he was too busy building the future. Every great dreamer reaches a moment where everything seems impossible. For Elon, that moment came wrapped in failure, fear, and fire. 3 rockets fell from the sky, millions of dollars vanished, and the world pointed fingers. People said, "Give up, it's over." But he looked at the smoke and thought, not yet. Before he was the richest man alive, he was just a quiet boy from South Africa, bullied, beaten, ignored. He spent his childhood lost in books and dreams. While the world mocked him, he imagined galaxies, electric cars, and machines that could change humanity. When other kids played, Elon was planning the future. At 12, he built his first game. At 17, he left his home country with a suitcase and a belief that somehow he could build something that mattered. He slept on floors, borrowed money for food, and worked until his eyes hurt. Every night he reminded himself, if I quit now, I'll live like everyone else. But if I keep going, maybe, just maybe, I'll live like no one ever has. Years later, when he created PayPal, he could have stopped there. He could have enjoyed the success, the luxury, the comfort. But Elon never wanted comfort. He wanted challenge. So he sold everything he had and invested every dollar into 2 impossible dreams, one to conquer space and another to save Earth. SpaceX and Tesla, both ridiculed, both called failures before they even began. He faced bankruptcy, mockery, and sleepless nights. But in his heart, there was silence, the kind of silence that only true visionaries understand. Because he knew something the world didn't. The world may laugh at your dreams today, but one day, your dreams might be the reason they wake up inspired. This isn't a story about rockets or riches. This is the story of a man who refused to give up. A man who looked failure in the eye and said, "Try me again." Failure has a sound. It's the silence after the explosion, the moment when everything you've built turns into smoke. For Elon Musk, that sound became familiar. 3 rockets had already fallen from the sky. Each one carried not just millions of dollars, but years of effort, hope, and sleepless nights. And now, with his last rocket ready to launch, he had only one chance left, one final shot before SpaceX would die forever. Investors had pulled out. The media was mocking him. Even his friends told him to stop. "You've done enough," they said. But Elon didn't come this far to stop at enough. He stood there on the launch field, eyes fixed on the sky, knowing that if this rocket failed, it wouldn't just break his company, it would break him. And then, the rocket lifted, slowly, trembling. Every second felt like an eternity. His team watched in silence, hearts pounding. Then came a voice through the radio. "Falcon 1 has reached orbit." The room erupted in tears. Grown men cried. Elon didn't speak. He just closed his eyes. After years of humiliation and heartbreak, he had finally done the impossible. But life wasn't done testing him. Even after that success, Tesla was on the edge of bankruptcy. Bills piled up, factories shut down, critics laughed again. He had to borrow money just to survive. He sold his houses, emptied his bank account, and still paid his employees before himself. There were nights when he had nothing left, not even strength to pretend he was okay. Yet, every time the world tried to break him, he rebuilt himself stronger. He once said, "If something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor." That's what made him different. Where others saw failure, he saw feedback. Where others quit, he evolved. Most people stop when life hurts. But Elon's pain became his fuel. Every rejection, every insult, every sleepless night, he turned it into momentum. Because he believed that success doesn't belong to the smartest or the luckiest. It belongs to those who refuse to quit when the world tells them to. When the world finally started to believe in him, Elon Musk wasn't celebrating. He was planning the next risk. Success for him was never the finish line. It was just another beginning. While others rested, he pushed harder. While others dreamed of comfort, he chased chaos, because inside that chaos he found purpose. Tesla began to rise, slowly, painfully, but surely. The same people who once mocked electric cars now begged to drive one. SpaceX rockets, once symbols of failure, now returned safely to Earth, landing perfectly on their own. The impossible was happening right before everyone's eyes. But behind every success photo, there were thousands of sleepless nights, thousands of failures nobody saw. Elon didn't believe in magic. He believed in math, logic, and the power of never quitting. He said, "When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are against you." That's how he built everything, not with luck, but with obsession. He worked more than 100 hours a week, splitting his time between Tesla, SpaceX, and his family. Sometimes he slept in the factory, sometimes on the floor of his office. Because for him, leadership wasn't about giving orders. It was about setting fire with your own hands. But it wasn't easy. He faced depression, public criticism, and pressure that could destroy anyone. People called him arrogant, crazy, even dangerous. But when asked how he deals with pain, he simply said, "I just keep moving forward. That's it. No magic, no secrets, just persistence." What people never understood is that Elon Musk doesn't work for fame or money. He works for something far bigger, the survival of humanity. His dream isn't about cars or rockets. It's about giving the next generation a chance to dream even bigger. That's why he never stopped. That's why he never will. Because true greatness isn't built on comfort. It's built on struggle. It's built on sacrifice. It's built on nights when no one believes in you except you. So when you feel like giving up, remember this. Even the man who reached Mars had to walk through fire first. Today, when people look at Elon Musk, they see success. Billions of dollars, rockets in space, cars on Mars. But what they don't see are the scars beneath that success. The countless failures, sleepless nights, and moments where giving up felt easier than going on. He wasn't born with unshakable confidence. He built it, piece by piece, through pain, persistence, and purpose. Elon Musk taught the world something extraordinary, that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the path that leads to it. Every explosion, every rejection, every public doubt carved him into the man who never stops. He turned pain into progress and fear into focus. While the world doubted, he dreamed louder. While the world laughed, he built. And that's the legacy he leaves behind. Not just rockets, not just cars, but a message that one person's belief can change the direction of humanity. He proved that dreams aren't meant to stay inside your head. They're meant to be lived, fought for, and built into reality, even when the odds stand against you. Because Elon Musk didn't just chase the stars, he reminded us that we all can. He showed that greatness isn't about luck or talent, but about courage. The courage to begin when everything says you shouldn't. So when you hit your lowest point, when the world turns its back on you and you start doubting your own fire, remember this. Even the man who reached Mars started from rock bottom. He didn't wait for a miracle. He became one. Before you leave, remember, even Elon started with nothing but belief. Your turn starts now. Subscribe, and let's build the impossible together.